So I was scrolling on YouTube, and then I saw this video. Nagi is buns. So I won't say that he's great, but I wouldn't call him useless either. And well, I can actually explain why. So, I guess I'll just get to it. Alright, going here. Sadly, I don't have a lot of characters, but Nagi. So we're just gonna choose a side. Okay. And I'm gonna explain to why he's not buns. Alright. So let's get started. Alright, so fake volley. Well, it's nothing crazy, but it's a fake like shot. When you get tackled by it when you use it, it goes off cooldown, leaving you with another one. Then it also could possibly, it's not like often it will, but it is a possibility that some GK will get faked off by it. Of course, I don't have a test here because I'm in a private server alone, but it could work. And well, it's also just a good way to ankle break people, to be 100% honest with you. I mean, it's good if you're out of dribbles, or say you do this right, and then you're out of dribbles, use fake volley, get your cooldowns back, and if you hit it, you can do it again. Though the chance of them running into it twice is kind of low, but it's a good way to dribble. That's just me personally. Alright, second move, control. Control has 3 variants, actually. You might be thinking, anomaly, what do you mean it has 3 variants? Now, if you know, it does have an ultimate variant. Of course, not a lot of people probably know this, but I'll get to it in a moment. Talk about control. You can't use it when you have the ball, yeah, but if you know a header, you can do this. And then when you're in the air, you can actually press it twice, and you can use it for either a shot or a pass. It's a good way to use it when you're dribbling, when you don't have a lot of options right at the moment. Now, one thing I would consider bad about control would probably be hitting it on actual cases of trying to catch something, or if you just want to get. That's really the only bad thing about it. And also, it's just not the best, but at least it lets you in the air for a few seconds, so you can gather around the field to know what you're gonna do next. But that's the real, it's not too crazy about it, but it's not bad, because if you do this, if you're looking for a teammate, you can bam, send it to them, or you can score from the goal, or not from the goal, but to the goal. Now, I will say, it can be catched by Don Lorenzo and, what's his name, IQ, but if you're on, if you don't have any against you, you have a good chance of scoring, just getting to the top. Anyways, let's get on to the next move. Heavy is a shot move. It can be used for passing or shooting. Personally, I use it for shooting when I'm using Nagi because it's better than just this. Heavy also has an ultimate variant, which we'll get into later. But this is heavy. You can aim it up slightly for more height. Pretty much how basic moves go. It has pretty decent range. It can be used for passing pretty decently as well. Nothing crazy. I'm not good at headering, oh my god. But yeah, heavy is not bad, honestly. It has a good range, good power. It isn't too hard to aim. Honestly, you just do it and it just shoots. Also good to use after a fake counter. If it does successfully work, faking them out. Though the only bad thing about heavy I can really think of is probably the speed. It could be a little faster, but it's really whatever. About that, Nagi video is useless. If I watch it, and I'll probably see a lot of points they'll make, and I'm not gonna put them down or anything about it. No, all respect to them, man. If that's how they feel about Nagi, then that's how they feel. But I'm just saying my opinion about them. But let's get on to the ultimate. We'll just get my ult real quick. All right. So next we're gonna do. Alright. So with his ultimate, it is gonna get a rework, so it'll be better. But this is just base right now. But this is his ultimate, and I don't know which side's which, but it doesn't really matter because I'm not going to be shooting it yet anyways. So nice to meet you, Japan, Nagi. It's this. Start the shooting motion, you know, whatever, all that. So sorry there's no sound, I forgot to turn it up. It has a good range. It can be used for a pass, but you're probably not going to use it for a pass. But it goes smartly pretty far, and it's not bad. It's a scoring move. You can shoot it from like here, it'll go in. Overall, the only issue I have with this move is that, well, actually it's pretty much for everything you have to aim, but I feel like a lot of times when I'm using Nagi, I don't have enough time to aim. Especially when there's like 20 people around me. That's the only bad thing about the move. But one fun thing about the move is you use control if I do it right. Oh my god. But, okay, say I hit control, right? And while in the air, I can use nice to meet Japan, and it will go in. Well, maybe sometimes. It just depends. But overall, it's not a bad move. And, yeah. That's my opinion about it. Nice to meet you, Japan is not a bad move. I will agree, it could be better, I feel like. But I feel like it kind of fits what it's supposed to be. I mean, this isn't like a crazy character like Baru. So I don't expect it to be anything too special. But there is one thing about Nagi which makes him like really cool than like some of the other characters. I will say the other characters are definitely up there though for the cool things. So let's get our ultimate and then let's review the next move. If you don't know, if you've never seen the game, you probably have though. You know he has two variants, maybe not two, you may think he just has the one variant, being with heavy. You might not know that at all. Well, if you don't, I'm about to show you, so. Okay, so Nagi's next move. You're probably thinking, he only has 4 moves. Actually, he doesn't. If you use heavy after shooting the ball in the air, or if the ball's in the air, you get this shot move. Pretty good move. It has around a little bit less range than Nice to Meet You, Japan, but overall it's a good move to score, and yeah. Also, this is not my GK, so actually it might be. Okay, it's not my GK, perfect, because he just went for the ball. Actually, I'll just test right now. Okay, he gave it to me. I'll just do that and see where he throws it. Okay, so yeah, he didn't give it to me, so. At least I think this is my GK. Not my GK, I mean. But this next move will require this, and it will score for me, so. I guess I'll see you whenever I'm ready to do it. Alright, now, this last move is actually it actually has an auto shot, if you didn't know. When you use control near the wall on the right side, or left, it auto shoots in, guaranteeing a point. So overall, it's a pretty good move, if you can land it, that is. It's definitely not easy if you're in a high situation, if you are like in a different need of a point. It's definitely worth using, if you can actually hit it, that is. Because if you don't, I'm sorry, but like it's not gonna enough for you. And overall, that's why Nagi isn't really useless. He actually has a good amount of things. He has an auto goal. He has 2 ultimate shot moves. He has 2 moves that could possibly be a pass, and he has a move you can use if you're out of like dribbles or like stuff you can't do with the dribble. Gives up time for cooldowns. And also, his shot move can score pretty decently as well. The only thing about it, I feel like, is the fact that you can't really trick people that easily with shot moves. But overall, that's really it. I mean, Nagi is not bad. He's not useless. He's not that buns. Well, he is a little buns, but he isn't like, you know, totally useless. Because look how far that went. That was just his variant. That could be a good passing move, or his heavy. He goes from there, a little bit past half. That's not bad. Also, he gets his ultimate decently fast. I mean, yeah, it could be faster, but overall, it's it's not bad. And his cooldowns, they aren't too bad, honestly. They're not like too long, but they're not like, 5 seconds. Not 5 seconds. They're like 20 seconds or like 1 second, And overall, it's not a bad moveset. So that's just my personal opinion over Nagi /Ro. And that's really it for my showcase of him.